do all this, because the reason is simple. You always have very finite investment when you're setting up the entity. So while we were doing it, right, we say, well, let's look at the market first, right? Look at the pain points, look at the problem statements. And the simplest way, go and meet the customer. So we started interacting. This is how we evolved as a company, right? We have a very base product. We say we'll not sell it to anyone, and we'll not even give it to someone free of cost also, right? So there are no free lunches, we all agree, right, while we are building it. So we went to the customer, understand what are the problem they are facing in this particular ecosystem in which we guys play, right? Look at the gaps, look at the challenges, what are the challenges they're facing with the peers in the industry, right? And then they identify these are the XYZ problems we have. And trust me, with all of you here being coming from the cybersecurity, we keep on doing a lot of benchmarking of the products on the Excel sheets, on the documents and all, right? End of the day, trust me, I've seen, right, not more than 20% is actually the utilization of those features on the ground, because you cannot do it as simple as that, right? I'll give you a simple example, right? With the BYOD coming into bring your own device, a lot of organizations started giving mobile phones. Use a mobile phone for your personal work, right? And trust me, anyone in the room right now, pick up your phone and see what is the memory utilization. Trust me, by more than 65%. By default. Don't run any scanner or anything just to reduce it, but by default 65% plus is the memory utilization at any given point in time, because there are a lot of apps are making background connections, right? Now imagine I'm a poor guy, work for an organization, and my employer tells me, take this MDM software, put it onto your machine, because I'm going to monitor you, because you're going to access a lot of confidential information using your personal device. If you go with the statistics, right, 90% of the life of your phone goes away in the next 6 months, because you are charging a battery 3 times in a day, because the time you push a software like this, it connects back into the system and scan every information moving in and out of the device, right? So your hardware cost, which you don't account for, because we are very comfortable changing phones after 6 months, right? So if you don't realize it, right? But the reality is that, right, I am paying from my pocket, which I'm not getting paid for, number one. Number two, beyond this, right, one of the important things, the data connection pack. You don't realize how much money you're paying to your telecom operators, because the MDM is running, not funded by your company. Now, on the one hand, no offenses, the technology team has put a great product. We want an MD, we want to monitor the employee, everything is perfectly okay. A good idea, and that's the right approach, right? But when we look at co-creation, I would rather go and change this entire fundamental way of evaluating the entire concept. I would rather say, this is a problem statement, perfectly okay, but look at the underlying challenges your employees are going to face, which we never look at in a serious way. Because what the Excel sheets say, you should have 20 features, right? Just activate 20. Trust me, any damn phone in this world will crash after putting those features activated, right? So the point is, the first and foremost fact, look at the ground reality when we want to build a product. And co-creation, trust me, the best thing of co-creation is not I can do sitting in my home or sitting in office. I think the best thing are the people like you who are the customer. You will tell me, hey, this is the problem. This is the underlying statement. Now let's build a concept around it. I think that's the first point when we look at co-creation. The second thing of co-creation, when I say it's nothing is an outcome of an innovation. An outcome of innovation cannot come from me. It has to come from a team who's building the product.